Welcome to the cast. Tonight we have not the entire cast, because the entire cast is the church, but we have all the people with us that work consistently behind the scenes. So Shanon Hiles, if you don't know Shanon, raise your hand. You probably see him on Sunday mornings. Tia Hiles, Sunday mornings up on stage singing. Tim Wray, you never see Tim Wray.
Never seen.
Tim
always there.
Always there, but never seen.
He's like the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
That's a little thick.
Wow.
And then we got Pastor Chris with us again. So today's episode, we asked you guys for your Thanksgiving stories. We were looking for funny stories, traditions, recipes, anything that you guys kind of associated with Thanksgiving. And I think we found out that maybe our members are boring.
or
I'm just saying it.
Or so adventurous that it's not appropriate for air.
And we had one of those.
We did get one. We may reference that later.
But no, we did get some comments or some stories, and we're gonna read these to you. A lot of them are traditional stories that people had. I'm going to start off by talking about Sean, because I specifically spoke to Sean. If you don't know Sean is from England, and we thought it'd be cool to get his take on, Thanksgiving tradition, since he's not a part. It's kind of new to him, and he likes the traditions of it. I think what he really enjoys the most is just spending time with his family and his friends, but the food and everything like that. So he hasn't really had the opportunity to have a tradition, I think, or a lot of funny stories, but he does enjoy Thanksgiving. So that was good. Let's start with Tim.
With Tim, all right?
Yeah. Tim, go ahead with your story.
This story is titled The Curse of the Green Bean Casserole. I wrote this story. This story happened to me. My wife makes this really spectacular green bean casserole. Most years she makes it as one of the many sides for our family's Thanksgiving meals. In the year of this story, she had baked it for my side of the family's Thanksgiving lunch, but we were to eat lunch with both my family and her family at different points, as you do. My job was to transport the green bean casserole across the city from her family's event to my family's event a bit early, as my family would begin eating before we arrived, as they do.
I'm going to say that after every sentence.
I hope so.
It's an on-the-fly edit, no less.
Oh, okay, you're doing good.
I load the green bean casserole delicately into the front passenger floorboard of our recently purchased late model minivan, one of the nicest vehicles we'd owned to that point in our lives, due to my having gotten my IT career well underway and having a better income than we'd previously had. As I traversed the city, I encountered an intersection, a normal event in motor vehicle operation, but this Thanksgiving was about to be anything but normal for the casserole and I. An out-of-town motorist who admitted to being in a heated argument with his wife in the passenger seat glanced at the intersection where he was supposed to stop and believed it to be a four-way stop. It was not a four-way stop. The casserole and I were cruising into the intersection, minding our own business, when I spied the front bumper of the other motorist's vehicle lurch upward very suddenly as he stomped his accelerator quite fully. That's a hard word to say, accelerator. I jerked my steering wheel left hard and hit my accelerator, but alas, it was too late. The casserole and I were struck violently in the passenger side of our fly ride, so violently that both our rear tires were pulled off the beads and went flat.
Wow.
Fortunately, both the casserole and I walked away with no injuries. Less fortunately, the van gave its life for ours. It was never driven again.
That's sad.
This is a tragedy.
It's a little bit of a tragedy.
I want the van to live.
It didn't live. It was gone. The casserole did eventually make its way to its final destination without further incident. Ahead of a Thanksgiving many years later, I was transporting another green bean casserole to a work Thanksgiving lunch and had a near miss at another intersection on the way. I'm now convinced that my wife Melissa's amazing green bean casseroles are meant to be consumed at their point of origin. They may possibly bring some sort of curse to the automobiles transporting them.
Okay.
That's my story.
I was unaware of the power of green bean casseroles.
Don't put them in your car.
Apparently not. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Did you find out what they were fighting about in the car when he pulled out in front of you?
No. But they were still making a commotion when he tumbled out. They They hit that van hard.
I'd say to pull the tires off
Yeah.
of the rims, you got to be wanting it. Then.
Yeah. It was not my best turkey day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow.
I just keep like Thanksgiving has that effect on people, though.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, Shanon and I really like each other on Thanksgiving morning.
It's typical.
Typical. That's when things get heated. Is when you have a large gathering of people coming to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tia, you want to take the next one?
Okay.
I think this is from Jill. I was thinking about Thanksgiving and all the wonderful warm memories made with my sweet family. Then I recall in 2013, we'd finished up our family gathering at my house and had moved on to the weekend. Heidi Haverly came over to hang out with baby Cooper and me and enjoy some leftovers. It was dark out as we sat down at the kitchen table. I have a patio door by the table that leads to the backyard. Unbeknownst to us, my Aunt Brenda had walked around my house and proceeded to press her face against the glass door. Heidi, I haven't read this yet. Heidi, who was facing the door, saw what appeared to be a floating head and proceeded to scream like we were about to be murdered. I mean, the scream could have shattered glass. Obviously, it scared me half to death, and I jumped up to run, rolled my ankle, which caused me to fall, and the momentum pushed me into sort of a Superman dive across the kitchen floor. As I'm sliding along, my shoulder hits a side table leg, and I shove the table full of food across the room. Immediate mom fail as I realized my first instinct was to run and neglect to grab my baby first. So I'm on the floor. Heidi is in full panic mode and little baby Cooper is sitting in his high chair, calmly taking it all in, looking at us as if we'd lost our minds. Aunt Brenda watched it all unfold, knowing she'd pulled off maybe the best scare ever. Oh, that's good.
So I'm hopefully I don't get in trouble for this, but I learned something recently about Heidi and Jill's relationship. So they work together, and apparently Heidi is very scarable, and Jill loves to scare her at work. I just find that so funny. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with that. So the fact that they scared each other is. Maybe this was the origin of their
That's a good
scare
I
story.
can see that playing out.
Oh,
It is-
totally. Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah.
And Cooper being super chill is exactly right. Like that's like
Yes.
okay.
Here are these two women, totally crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yep.
So 2 stories so far, 2 traumatic stories.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hear. I'll read.
Go ahead, Pastor.
This one is from Alita Taylor. So one of my most memorable Thanksgivings was the first Thanksgiving as a married couple. We lived in a small apartment, and I really didn't cook much. My husband thought it would be really nice to invite his dad, stepmom, and his sister's family over to our home for a Thanksgiving meal. We had only been married for 2 months, so we didn't have time to plan ahead, very last-minute thing. Since it was so short notice, my husband couldn't find any turkeys, so he decided to buy a canned turkey roll.
A canned turkey roll?
Canned. I'm feeling
I don't think
like
that's a thing.
like cranberry jelly that when you pull it out, but it's roll of turkey that probably had rings on it. I have to hold back a little
yes.
just thinking about
We're talking about potted
this.
potted meat.
Potted meat.
That is
Yeah.
there's
Like I can
and
hear
there's
it.
and there's that it kind of goes
Yes.
on the way out.
Yes, yes.
Nothing about it. All right. So how bad could that be? She writes. I'm telling you, no. As for me, I was in charge of the dressing. My mom had always made homemade dressing, so stovetop was not an option. I did not have a recipe, and my mom must have answered the phone when I called to get it. Or my mom must not have answered. So I called my husband's stepmom. She gave me her recipe over the phone, to which I was probably not really listening, because surely I could do this. So I worked on the dressing, heated up the canned turkey roll, a can of sweet potatoes, a canned cranberry sauce, and I think we had canned biscuits. I'm sensing a theme. There's a lot of canned things.
They like to recycle.
Yeah. Also cleaned the apartment to make room for everyone. When everyone sat down, I pulled the dressing out of the oven. Something wasn't quite right, but I had followed the recipe, or so I thought. But it was green. A canned turkey roll tasted awful, but when people tasted my dressing, well, that took their faces, said it all. Upon reviewing the recipe, instead of doing 1/3 teaspoon of sage, I had put in 1/3 of a cup. That's a spicy dressing. That's why it was green. They were all very gracious. We laughed a lot. We enjoyed the boxed pumpkin pie. Needless to say, no one has ever asked me to bring dressing to a meal again. I will say that I have redeemed myself with my father-in-law over the dressing. Now he always compliments my dressing by saying, this dressing is much better than the first one you made. There it is. So here's the question, okay? Is there, or what is that weird food, that odd food, that thing? Because some people love canned cranberry sauce. Like, it's got to look like the shape of the can or they don't want it. I don't like cranberry sauce, period. But I definitely don't want the one that looks like the can it came in. So what's the weird? Is there a weird food item, or conversely, what's the food item that has to be there at Thanksgiving?
We always have the canned cranberry. Caitlin
we do
loves the canned cranberry. There's actually a dish now for a beautiful dish that holds the cranberry from the can with a beautiful like serving utensil.
Okay, so first off, do you love your sister at all?
I don't eat I didn't say I liked it.
Why do you let her eat
She
it?
liked it. I just let her.
Look, Caitlin, I love you, but no, absolutely not. Okay, all right.
So do you just cut on the line that the can left? Is that how you portion it out?
I don't eat it. I mean, I'll take a little bit because I feel bad, so I'll do a little bit. But I mean, I feel like you should. If you're somebody who's going to eat that, you should cut on the lines. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't be too psycho.
That's fair. You should cut on the lines.
Yeah.
I just need you to know, if I'm ever at your house, I'm going to just hand grab some of it.
Evil.
Just eat it
Just
like
slurp
that.
it up.
Okay, all right. What else? Anybody else? Foods. Got to have crazy food.
I've always got to have ham, even though it's a turkey holiday.
That's not a crazy food.
That's crazy to some people. I've heard people who think that's weird.
Ham is a crazy food.
At Thanksgiving.
But
We always have ham.
see, so do we. But
Well, that's why you
We must
don't think
be
it's
weird.
crazy.
yeah.
Oh, we're weird. Shannon, I didn't know we were weird.
All right. What else? Something you got to have.
Oyster dressing. My father-in-law loves oyster. I've never heard of it, but until I got into the family. But he has to have oyster dressing.
Real oysters or the oyster crackers?
No, real oysters in a dressing.
That is the worst. When I was doing like research for like our little like whatever, that's the worst Thanksgiving food per whatever thing went out. I can't remember who.
Good housekeeping says.
It was. Oh, it was Campbell's. That's who it was. I think it was Campbell's. They said that oyster dressing was the worst Thanksgiving food.
Like worst in what way? For
like
you?
the word, like when people were like, okay, what's the worst thing that someone could bring to Thanksgiving? It was oyster dressing. And I love, my grandma always made oyster dressing and I loved it. So I was really shocked.
He eats like the whole pan by himself. So.
This is your father-in-law?
Yeah.
I was going to say something snarky, but he can turn me into oyster dressing, so we're going to leave
Throw you
that
through a
alone.
wall.
He can eat whatever he wants.
Oh, it's Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never made the connection.
I was thinking, oh, I don't know this person.
That's awesome. Yeah, you do.
Oyster dressing, yeah.
Oyster
I'd
dressing.
never heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, no.
But no, I'm out. I pass.
So for me, I got to have a turkey, obviously. I grew up with in the bird stuffing. Amy can't stand in the bird stuffing. I love in the bird stuffing. She wants the crunchy been and baked stuffing. I'm like, but then you pour the gravy over it and it becomes in the bird. I don't understand. So I like that. But corn casserole. Amy makes corn casserole, and I got to have that. Like it's not Thanksgiving without.
So the stuffing is actually in the bird.
Yeah. So back in the day, you'd mix it all up and you'd stick it in the bird while it bakes. And then it comes
Mom
out.
did it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've never done it 'cause I
That's
thought
how
it
we
was
did
gross.
it growing up. It's
Never seen that.
It's not gross. That's how Jesus eats it. Okay.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Can you put other stuff in the?
In theory, you could put whatever you feel like. I mean, there are people who
Turducken.
turducken,
sure.
put a duck in and a chicken, and you
Yeah.
put them all in.
But like
Yeah.
like a can of Coke or something? Just be like, that's where you put the drinks. I mean,
Actually, there are some people who will put stuff in the cavity because it flavors the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Including Coke.
you stand it up.
Yeah.
Like its legs are
Yeah,
dangling.
I've seen guys that fry with it in there, and it flavors the meat.
I have seen that.
Adult beverages I've seen
Yes.
go in, and they'll flavor.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coffee.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I've got one to read here. This one comes from my wife, Holly. Every year we would have many stops to make. We would always go to Mama Wanda's house for lunch and have a huge spread, the classic favorite, baked mac and cheese.
Okay.
After eating and eating and eating, Dad would spread out on the floor in the living room and express how full he was, then fall asleep for a few minutes. All of the girls, young and old, would go through all the Black Friday newspaper ads together and get excited about Christmas. Then about 3 o'clock, we would leave, maybe run by my great-grandma's house to see all the out-of-town aunts, uncles, and cousins, and of course, try a few of their dishes and desserts too. By 4:30, we would arrive at Papa Bill and Mama G's house for dinner. We would play with the little baby cousins and enjoy Mama's world-famous persimmon pudding. Dad and Papa would laugh for hours until they would both be coughing and wheezing. The kids would run up and down the halls playing together. And as if that weren't enough for one day, the following day, many of us would show up at my Mama Wanda's house again for dinner to eat leftovers. I'm thankful we had so many people around during those times. These are some of the best memories ever.
All right, I got a few things here.
Okay.
I'm going to need to address. First off, no one outside of Lawrence County even knows what persimmon pudding is, so it can't be world famous.
That is true.
Yeah,
true.
I
Yeah.
coming from Evansville, I never heard of it
I remember,
Oh, you didn't have any until you...
till I got married.
remember Pastor Terry Bryant always was going on about persimmons. He's like, what are these?
Yeah.
Years ago.
I'd never even heard of one.
So they can't be world famous.
It can't be world famous. So it can be county famous. We'll give her that.
Yeah, it's
We'll
not
give
even
her that.
Indiana famous.
Her
Yeah.
world. In her world, it was famous. The world that she...
Okay, I'll give that to you.
Second thing to unpack.
Second thing to unpack. I'm forgetting what
I
the
was gonna
second
say
thing
you
is
forgot.
now. Yeah, I'm a rabbit, squirrel. What was
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yes.
What was it? Oh, Black Friday.
Black Friday.
I got to be honest. I'm not a fan.
No.
Everybody runs out to go buy deals on stuff, and it annoys me because they really are deals. I've done it once. I went to Walmart where I literally had to wait in line to walk. I don't like Walmart on a normal day, let alone then. I'm just, and now we're already getting Black Friday deals now, like early. I'm like, when is this going to all end? Like July, we're going to have Black Friday deals? I'm annoyed by Black Friday.
Yeah, I
I think
never.
Walmart's starting next week.
No. See, that's just wrong.
Yeah. And people think I'm weird for getting up before the sun and crawling up into a tree and sitting there while it's cold.
You are weird.
Yeah, you
No.
are weird.
Yeah.
Those people go out early too to stand in line to get $5
$50
off.
TV.
Caitlin's
Yeah.
husband, Nate, loves Black Friday. That's somebody I would have never thought
And-
would love
and I- and-
Black Friday.
All respect to Nate. That only proves my point.
It reminds him of Afghanistan, I think.
He feels at home.
Poor Nate. Oh, dear.
Okay, I've got another. Do you know what the average is of how many people gather? Okay, let me see if I can say this right. What is the average number of people that gather for Thanksgiving, like in each family?
Oh. So like
I looked
the
that
table.
up.
Okay.
The average American, how many people come together on Thanksgiving? Like, what's the average number?
8.
12.
What's the next? 16. That's the next integral of 4.
32.
I would say, I think I'm going to go with 16. Yeah.
It's 8 to 10.
8 to 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many Thanksgivings do you go to? Like Tim was talking about, you got
Used to
you
go
got
to a
sides. You got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get the different sides. And in mine, I have to go to Evansville. So
On the same day.
there's been times, not this year, but there have been times where we'll do both.
I've solved that by making large chunks of my family live on other side of the planet and or moving to the
Multiple
other
day
side
journey,
of
yeah.
the planet. Yeah.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah. Listen, Apparently, I don't want to gather with people.
It works.
Although I always did theirs. So, yeah, that's fun. We 1 year we were in Africa. We put on the air conditioning because it was so hot. We were like, this does not feel like Thanksgiving. So we put on the air conditioning. That was fun.
Yeah, we've done that before, but we've been here.
Yeah,
yeah,
wrong. It's wrong.
it is.
So 8 to 10 is the. I wonder, and maybe someone can look it up while we're talking. But I wonder what would the other holidays like? What would Christmas be the average gathering of? What would Easter like? How would other holidays, July 4th? How would other holidays fare? Is that more? Is that less? Is that normal? I'd be curious about it.
I would say it's the most.
You would think that it would be the most?
Yeah, I don't think Christmas beats it. I think more people get together for Thanksgiving.
I think all at once. I
Yeah.
think Christmas, you kind of have like
spread
different.
it out.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
over that. Yeah, all over December.
The other phenomenon is Lawrence County has a lot of nuclear families living closer to each other. You go other places in the country and you don't always have that, but people tend to invite people over more.
Friendsgiving's huge.
Right.
Yeah.
The fact that you have a little catchy phrase for that makes me itch just a little bit.
It's been around for a while. It's not like a new. It's been around for a long time.
Okay, I'm willing to accept that. Of the other people in this room, how many of us have heard the word Friendsgiving before?
I don't want to admit it.
I think I have.
Well, you live in the house with the Friendsgivinger. Okay.
That's for the people who are away
Yeah.
from their
Yeah, I gotcha.
families, and they call it Friendsgiving.
It's like I've been living in Africa for the last few years.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
New Year's Eve might beat it, if that counts. It's a
Like
party.
it's even more of a friend hangout, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just
You're right.
family.
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of different people mixing.
Yeah. I got you.
All right, moving on. Shannon, it's time for you to read one.
Okay. Thank you. This is from Mr. Greg Taylor. Is it? Yeah, Greg Taylor. It says, many times on Thanksgiving we would go quail and rabbit hunting in the morning before lunch or in the afternoon afterwards. That was strange. After getting married, I always looked forward to going to Alita's mom and dad's for supper. We would often stay. They just hunted a lot, I guess. I always look forward to going to Alita's mom and dad's for supper. We would often stay and watch TV and hang out. One year we stayed till midnight and binge watched Fat Guy in the Woods. Whatever Fat Guy in the Woods is.
We need to be looking that up.
I've never heard of Fat Guy in the Woods.
And he ends it with great times.
Be careful.
I want to see the fat guy in the woods.
That's a dangerous.
I don't know. It says we binge watched Fat Guy in the Woods.
It's got to be a.
So
Is that an actual or is that a show? Please
just
put
looking out the
show
window.
called Fat
It's
Guy
a
in the
show,
Woods.
Fat Guy in the Woods. It
Okay.
has
Look
2
at that.
seasons.
What?
Yeah.
When was it on?
It helps 2014.
Fat guy.
This show can help teach people wilderness skills.
Okay, major segue here. Have any of you seen the show or the something called Guy on a Buffalo?
no,
No,
I want to.
looking it up.
You need Guy on Buffalo. It's like he has like an intro song.
It'll
He's a
change
guy.
your life.
He moved to Colorado and he rides this buffalo around and he has adventures. It is awesome. That's what I. It's there. Guy on a buffalo.
Guy on a buffalo.
He's riding and
a buffalo.
he has a theme song.
It's amazing.
He like beats off wild creatures. You need to
He
check
fights
out
Indians.
Guy on a Buffalo.
No.
One of the best things I've ever seen. No, it'll change your life.
Oh, now I got to put that in here.
So Fat Guy in the Woods leads us naturally to Guy in a
It's the
Buffalo.
greatest podcast ever.
I want you to embrace Guy in a
That's
Buffalo.
so bad.
In fact, right now you should pause this podcast, go search Guy on a Buffalo.
I concur.
And listen, and
All of
then
it.
come back.
Oh yeah, I've not even heard. I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Do we actually need to
Probably put
pause
the
this?
I'll just put it in.
Guy on a buffalo. One day the guy on the buffalo walked off to do some hunting. The buffalo said, "No, don't do it, man, by yourself." Guy said, "I got this. I don't need you, buffalo. It's just a deer." And normally
There's a theme song. It's awesome.
How do you know about this?
I have
likes the
no
internet, it's
idea.
funny.
In the recesses, I don't know where we got introduced to it, but someone along the way introduced us to Guy on a Buffalo, and there's several episodes. The theme song is awesome.
I wonder how many people are going to watch Fat Guy in the Woods when they watch this episode and Guy on a Buffalo.
How we go
Go learn
viral.
survival skills.
Okay. All right.
My goodness. Okay, who's next here? Tim, do you have another one?
I don't have any more.
I got one. All right. This is just a favorite memory from Sarah Schiller. She said it happened to fall on a Thanksgiving. My husband Matthew and I married in October of 2018. We had a destination wedding at Daytona Beach in Florida, but decided to have a reception here in Indiana. It just so happened that our reception fell on the weekend after Thanksgiving. Most of my family on my dad's side came to Indiana from South Dakota for the reception. Most of my husband's closest family lives in Indiana, with the exception of a few who also flew into Indiana for the reception. So that year, in addition to having pure joy and excitement of marrying my best guy, we also got to spend our first Thanksgiving as a wedding couple with our closest and extended families all in one place. We had my family, Matthew's family, and in-laws on Matthew's side all together in one house for a huge shindig, making it the biggest and best Thanksgiving we could have ever asked for. I think that's cool. Got married, had a big reception. One of the things that's interesting about Thanksgiving is because all of my family lives overseas, both mom and dad's side, they don't celebrate. So it was not ever a thing. Like, it's such an interesting family deal that, but we did family and friends and we did stuff with it, but we've never had, like, that's not part of the tradition that we do. So getting a cool thing like that, I think, is really cool. We didn't have that because people didn't celebrate it. They didn't know what it was. So
Yeah.
So that's cool. I love that. For me, it's one of the things I love most about Thanksgiving is, like, you don't have to go buy something. I mean, food, but you don't go buy something for it. It's not commercialized. It's actually one of the reasons I dislike how all the stuff has been run over it, because I'm like, it's actually super, like, it's just pure. Like, hey,
It's
we're going to be
refreshing.
thankful,
Yeah.
and we're going to gather together with people we like, and we're going to eat a good meal, and we're going to laugh a lot, and we're going to have fun and take a nap and eat more and watch football maybe. But I think I love it because I love the heart of it is, hey, we're thankful, and that's cool. So I love this. Great memory.
That's great.
Yeah. I've got two. See, there were two individuals. If they're watching this, they know who they are.
Okay.
I'm not gonna throw them under the bus.
All right.
But they had promised stories.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of these individuals would prepare a meal. What you got, Shane?
What's their name rhyme with? Don't say it. But
No, I'm not gonna.
Icky by any chance?
But this one individual would prepare a Thanksgiving meal for her partner or her husband. I guess I'll say that much, so you'll know that much.
All right.
So now you know it's a couple, right?
All right. Okay.
Her husband's work crew. She would prepare a meal for them, and they would eat the meal. You know, they would have a pre-Thanksgiving meal together, which is totally against everything Jesus teaches. You know, you shouldn't, meet with friends and break bread and have a good time and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Never.
So,
Yeah.
but that was a cool story that
Yeah.
would have been nice to have, but we didn't get it.
But
And
I'm
then
very upset with that individual.
the other person had a really cool, like, I guess her grandmother had a centerpiece or centerpieces that were always the talk of, because they were a little unorthodox.
Was she doing like one every year?
I think a different one every year.
I feel like
if
I
I
need
had
to
the
do
story, we
this.
would know this. But it was,
Weird centerpieces.
yeah.
That's
I really, you're going to have to tell me who that person is because I want to talk.
These stories are from Marjorie.
All these are from Marjorie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Gary's just making these up for
But it was-
interest reasons.
they were unorthodox, and they kind of like snickered at it, made fun of it a little bit. But now she's carrying on that tradition.
of having unorthodox.
Unorthodox.
Oh,
like,
I desperately want to know what that is now. What is the unorthodox?
you know,
Yeah,
if we
that's what I'm
had,
saying. Like,
if
yeah,
we
I
would,
want-
this
yeah.
person would have sent in the story, we could
Yeah.
share that. But
It's too bad.
As my kids would say, Big L.
Big L.
Big L.
Yep.
All right.
So, Shannon, you have another one?
I have another one. Michael Walls wrote in, says, I have a memory that has reminded me that to be thankful on Thanksgiving. One year, my family went to my brother-in-law's family home for Thanksgiving. At that meal, we learned that they were direct descendants of the Brewster family that was a part of the original Thanksgiving, and they had a tradition that has been passed down. This already is sounding a little fishy. There were 7. I don't know.
I love Shanon skeptical.
Original Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There were 7 grains of corn beside each plate. This was done to remind them that that the year before the first Thanksgiving, all the people in the colony only had 7 grains of corn to eat each day until they got help from the Indians. So as they sat around eating wild turkey, venison, and according to some accounts, fish and lobster, the crops from the bountiful harvest that they had, they were really thankful. Okay, I butchered that. So as they sat around eating wild turkey, venison, and then in parentheses it says, and according to some accounts, fish and lobster, and the crops from the bountiful harvest, that they were thankful for God for the blessings that they had received. We haven't always done this at Thanksgiving. It doesn't read right, or maybe I don't read it right. Is that what it is? Okay. Sorry, Michael. We haven't always done this at the Thanksgiving meal, but I always remembered the 7 grains of corn when we sat down to a sumptuous. Never read that word before. To a sumptuous meal of the day, sent from my iPhone.
Sent from my iPhone.
Yeah.
So the tradition is 7 grains that you eat.
So you remember?
That's actually
So remember from the colony.
I'm getting
I wonder
some
if that's
really
true.
Good.
Shannon
doesn't think.
I don't know.
We need a 7 grain centerpiece that we can
That's
display
perfect.
somewhere.
Yeah.
A big 7 with grains
6, 7.
glued to it.
Bread of 7 grains.
No, don't even start that.
You know what we need for Emily, Gary?
What's that?
We need a centerpiece with Colonel Sanders in it just to remind her that his name isn't Colonel Chicken.
Yes, Colonel Chicken.
Sherry's related to the original KFC guy, Colonel Chicken.
Colonel Chicken? Colonel Sanders. Colonel Chicken.
Whatever his name is.
Colonel Chicken.
Was that real? Did she think that?
She thought it was Colonel Chicken.
I think
yes.
No, she couldn't remember it. I think she knows it's not Colonel Chicken. She just couldn't remember it. So she was like, Colonel Chicken.
Yeah.
It's probably not very nice of us, her castmates, to throw her under the bus when she's
not here to defend herself.
She's unwell.
When was the first Thanksgiving? Does anybody know?
1776.
Shannon does not know.
Earlier than
I might be a little early on that.
It's
16.
Ask
Do
the
you know
Google.
it?
21.
No, I think that's. Look it up.
You
look it
wouldn't
up.
know. You're
No, it's
only,
not. It's
you're
not
only
16.
A
That's
history
way.
major.
Listen,
Whatever the
in
employment of Roxy
1492,
date is.
Columbus sailed the
Yes.
ocean blue.
And then there,
So
and there was
that's in 1776 we were a country. So it's somewhere between
the two.
1492. I think we need to guess. I'm going to go for 1462. Is what I'm guessing.
I'm going to go with Gary's answer of 1621.
That's ridiculous.
Do you actually?
He's a history major.
Oh,
True. Yes.
Okay.
But I think I recently discussed this with one of my children. So, yeah.
Unfair advantage.
No,
I feel
it was.
taken advantage of.
I asked the question. Just see.
Speaking of taking advantages.
Yes, go ahead.
All right, I got a story that I cannot read all of. But it's well worth. In 2021, I was doing my usual prepping of the turkey for our family's Thanksgiving dinner. Their child has always watched and helped me because it cracks him up when I make the turkey dance on the counter prior to plopping it in the roasting pan. Then, unfortunately, they had a brief but traumatic conversation, and I can't really read all of what's there. You'll have to go ask Jill Evans what happened if you want to know what actually happened. But at the conclusion, her son walks out of the room shaking his head, and she hears him say, "Now my soul only knows pain."
wow.
And I thought, that's such an incredible line. I can't miss Now my soul only knows pain. And if you know Cooper at all, it was completely deadpanned.
Yeah.
And yet so very funny. So, Cooper, we're sad that your soul only knows pain. And if you want to know why, you're going to have to ask Jill Evans, because I'm not reading it.
It's worth asking.
It is worth asking.
Jill, what
It's definitely worth asking.
Yeah.
All right.
We've got one more, Pastor. I'm going to let you read this.
Uh-oh.
I can't read very fast.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I hope you can read really little bitty.
We've officially reached the stage in life. As a child, my family always had Thanksgiving dinner at my mama's house. Also, a word I'd never heard until I moved to Lawrence County.
Memo?
Memo. Yep. Memo is, I mean, I know it's other places. It's not Lawrence County only, but I'd never heard it. And Memo is straight out. She loved family and loved to cook. She began meal preparations a couple days before Thanksgiving to ensure she could get it all done. She solely prepared the meal because she wanted to bless her family with a feast and time to enjoy themselves. She cooked turkey, dressing, and all the trimmings. She cooked a very traditional Thanksgiving meal. Mama knew each one of us had a favorite holiday food, and she made sure to include that particular dish for each person in her feast. Mine was sweet potato casserole with all the brown sugar pecan goodness on top. Amen. Mama would always be ready for us when we arrived. The table would have a tablecloth spread on it and set with her best china. She would have us all seated and say the blessing for the meal. Mama would stay standing and serve us each dish, refill drinks, and wait on us. What? Wow. For whatever we needed. She would stand throughout the whole meal ready to serve until we were finished eating. Then she would sit down to eat her meal. No matter how hard we tried to convince her to eat her meal with the rest of us, she refused, so that she was available to serve us with her full attention and love. It was her passion to cook and serve others. She definitely had the gift of hospitality. When she was older and unable to host Thanksgiving dinner anymore, she passed the baton to me, and I almost read that baton, because that is how they pronounce that word in South Africa, the baton.
Oh.
I was like, what is a baton? No, we hand the baton. I began hosting it at our house. My mom and my daughters would help me because I wasn't able to do everything myself like Mama did. She must have been a superwoman, absolutely. I would bake the turkey, dressing, and potatoes, and my family would help with sides and desserts. We normally made it easier on ourselves by using paper plates, plastic cups, and silver, where we had a meal buffet style. A couple years ago, I decided to honor my mama's memory and use her fine china. I got this bright idea that I was going to be really old-fashioned and fancy and treat my redneck hillbilly family like royalty. Ouch. I proceeded to buy chargers to put under the china dinner plates. I set out all 8 pieces of dinnerware per family member. I used stemmed glasses, cups, and saucers. I used several pieces of silverware getting setting. The tables were decorated very formally with tablecloths and candles, but did they have a changing centerpiece? When my family arrived and I saw all the fancy changes, they were a bit confused. They passed each other funny looks and gave me a questioning look. I told them all to be seated. I was going to play standing hostess and have everyone sit while I served the food to each one. They all began poking fun at all my decorations and table settings. They didn't know which piece of silverware to use or what all the dishes were for. They were teasing about the chargers under the plates. They began saying they were very happy to have such a big plate to fill with food. I told them that was not to eat off. It was set to set their dirty silverware on or to catch any food they dropped to keep the tablecloth clean. Now I know what a charger's for. Rhett we know who this is. Rhett handed me a charger and said I could take it back because his plate was fully charged. I tried to act very proper and start each dish around the circle to the left. They began passing in every direction and messed all the whole order. My son-in-law Mike kept playing in the candle flames until the kids noticed and started trying to do so too. Needless to say, I had to put out the candles. We had a good laugh at all my efforts. The joke was on me. The next year, we went back to paper plates, plastic cups, and silver, but it was Thanksgiving we will all remember. Kim Rainey, you get full credit.
Yes.
I have no doubt chaos ensued. I cannot fathom. I just anyone who has the delusion that I would ever eat Thanksgiving after they've all eaten, it's just no. It's just no to that.
That's fair.
That's awesome. But I love. I mean, that's completely Kim. I'm gonna do this fancy.
It's good.
Yeah, I love it.
Let me ask this question: Do you put unrealistic expectations on gatherings and holidays?
Are you a special days person? Oh yeah. That's a good
I
question.
have before.
You have?
I don't think I do so much now.
I try to make each holiday special and memorable, but I don't have
expectations?
Okay, first off, I'm gonna speak on your husband's behalf. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
No, because here's the thing. I learned now when I was young, I did have expectations, like certain things that I just knew had to happen. And it ruined the whole day because those expectations weren't met. So I now go into it thinking, okay, I would like for this to happen because you have to plan. If it happens, great. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not devastated.
Yeah.
So I don't have.
Is there one particular thing that has to be on our TV every Thanksgiving morning while you cook food? And if it's not, you make me go out and like get a TV that will.
I have forced him to order certain channels or whatever so that we can have the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade playing. That's not just for me. That's for my children as well.
If it makes you feel better, my wife does that too.
Yeah, I mean,
I have done the same thing.
We always had the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. My mom did it, and we've done it. And so there have been Thanksgivings where Shanon has had to order certain things or buy certain, streaming services so that we could play the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Okay.
No.
I
applaud you, Shanon, for making it happen.
Yeah, good job, Shanon.
He makes all my dreams come true.
Hey, no, just she said it. It's recorded.
It's recorded.
You're
Yes.
good.
All times.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Pastor, you?
Yeah. What? Anything that has to happen on Thanksgiving?
Well, or do you have certain expectations? Like, do you build it up?
So Amy is the expectation builder in our house. Like, special days have to be special days.
Yeah.
And she's definitely kind of the same way, gotten better with it, didn't whatever. I think for us now, if I can have my kids in the space with me, if we have good food, if we do stuff, we have a few Christmas traditions that are things that have to happen, but really Thanksgiving is a little more chill in that regard. Just when we eat and that we eat, and I have a house with a fireplace now, and that's cool. So it is it's fun. The other dynamic would be that Amy will definitely want to get the trees up straight away. In fact, and I'm a little bit sad to say this, she is actually taking down all of fall right now, today. And I have pulled down more Christmas boxes than I know what to do with from our rafters. And she's starting to decorate for Christmas now. And she's given me reasons as to why she had to do that.
You fought this for how many years?
Not many.
Not many.
Well, this is actually the earliest we will decorate for Christmas ever, but it's because Thanksgiving is so busy and crazy, and we're gonna try. We're gonna go to my brother's this year, and so we're gonna be out of town. And she's like, I won't have time, and we've got stuff going on around it. So she's like, let's get ready done, and then I can enjoy it. And then she's like, you do all this work for Christmas, and it's only up for 1 month. And she's like, it needs to be more than that. So
November 1st.
November 1st. That's the rule.
So then you have time to enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay. All right.
That's always that side's argument.
Yeah.
That side.
What does that mean?
I
feel a little outnumbered.
No, I tend to be the other. Like, I would like to do them in progression. So, Thanksgiving first. Then once Thanksgiving over, then you can put up the Christmas decorations.
Do you put up the Christmas decorations?
I'm involved.
Do you put up the Christmas decorations, Gary?
I felt that.
Careful.
I felt that.
Outside, yes. Outside,
yeah.
Inside, I provide everything.
Yeah, just stop.
And put the tree together.
Yeah.
But I don't put any ornaments on the tree.
So the answer is no. Let me just help Tia. No. Yeah. No.
If that's the only part that counts, then no. I don't.
Wow.
That was smooth.
We've turned a corner. Before we wrap this, I'm gonna land the ship.
Yep. Go ahead.
Before we do, one thing each one of you is thankful for before we're done.
I'll go first.
Please.
My family. I'll take the easy one.
There it is.
I'll get the layup.
Well played. Now the rest of us can't be thankful.
No, you can't use your family. No. I would say family, faith, and our church is the three things I'm going to be thankful for.
Sweet. Shanon?
I'm gonna say my wife, and then just my wife.
That's enough. That's enough.
No, I'm taking it. Well, I can't say what he said, so I'm saying my wife.
I'm thankful that I was raised in a Christian home. I don't really truly know where I would be if I wasn't raised in a Christian home. I'm a little bit of a wild child, so I'm thankful for that. And my family and church and all you people.
And her husband.
This podcast and my amazing
how can you
husband.
love that relational grenade and then just leave us hanging? I'm a bit of a wild child. Nothing. And Shanon didn't even deny it. So now I got questions. All right. Next episode. Timmy?
Timmy's turn. All right. Well, I am thankful for my wife. She puts up with a lot when it comes to all this, as you often say.
Yeah.
And
All this.
And this church. That's a good one, too. I'm going to take that one because it's very important to me and very special to me.
I am thankful for all that stuff. I mean, I'm thankful for Amy. You guys know where I would be without her. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful that I live close enough that we can all be together. There were times where we weren't. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for cold weather on Thanksgiving. I know it's dumb.
Amen.
But I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for being able to get a turkey easily. Like, that was a bit of a mission. We had to special order them in advance to get them. Yeah, we got them, but there's one grocery store in Johannesburg you would have to go to in order to get them. I'm thankful for the fact that we can sit around and laugh together and just be together. I'm really grateful for where I am in life right now. It's good. So I'm thankful for just life. Yeah, that's me.
Absolutely. That's a good way to end this episode. Thank you guys for joining us. We want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time.
This has been The Cast, a production of Bedford First Assembly of God in Bedford, Indiana. Your hosts were Emily Taylor and Gary West, produced by Shanon Hiles and Tia Hiles, and engineered by Tim Wray. Be sure to watch for new episodes of The Cast every Monday.
What's up with this raccoon, y'all? Oh, he makes our dinner. Hope you like dumplings. Well, I do. I want to sit down and eat these dumplings.